Hello, Shanetta. Got some coffee here right now, so that's a good thing for this time of the morning. Apologies for being just a little bit later than normal. This is the view. I'm actually out here at the hospital, but I have to say, for a hospital, it has a pretty stunning view. And to see my dad, who is marginally improved today. So that's exciting. Thank you for your hearts and love. So yeah, I'm actually sitting in the day room at the hospital, which is the quiet place for friends and family. And today's 30-day challenge is day 7. I'm Natalie Sisson, Suitcase Entrepreneur. And I was on a mastermind call very early this morning. And one of the lovely people in my mastermind, who's awesome, is a very typical entrepreneur, very creative, very smart, and gets distracted by the bright, shiny objects. Thank you for the well wishes for my dad. Yeah, so he gets distracted, just like so many of us do, by bright, shiny object syndrome, which is ultimately when you have idea after idea after idea, you think they're all great, and you constantly don't finish one project because you're busy off chasing the next exciting thing. And my piece of advice to him was, this is a very, very common thing, as I said, that a lot of entrepreneurs face, especially people who are starters, not finishers. And my point to him was, you need to absolutely focus on your end goal, on your mission, on your vision, whether that's 2 years down the track, 3 years down the track, 5 years or 10 years. You can't just stay focused on the now. As important as it is to use the now to take action, you actually need to stay focused on what it is you're trying to achieve in the long term. And if all these wonderful ideas that pop into your head day after day after day are distracting you from actually making that happen, then you need to always come back to the bigger picture. It does sound familiar, and thank you for your hearts. So bright, shiny object is actually a syndrome. It's called the bright, shiny object syndrome, which basically, if you imagine you're in a park, for example, and you see this lovely, bright, shiny object, you go, ooh, look at that. And then you're looking at that and suddenly you get distracted. You're like, oh, look at that one. And oh, look at that one. So the point is, it's distracting and taking your attention and focus away because it's bright and shiny and new, and therefore it's exciting. And as entrepreneurs, we're often driven towards the exciting. A lot of entrepreneurial profiles are dynamos, people who love to blaze through, people who love to grab something new and run with it, which is brilliant because entrepreneurs on the whole are great at getting things started. However, entrepreneurs are not always renowned, and not everybody here, I'm not trying to generalize, but the typical entrepreneurial profile is they are great starters, they're great at leading people, sparking innovation, getting people inspired, and then there's not always that follow through to actually finish off a project that they've started. Now, unfortunately, at the end of the day, unless you have an amazing team behind you and a really great business, you're probably going to have to be the person who starts and finishes the important projects. And this is where you need support, this is where you need accountability, and this is where you need to stay focused on your long-term vision. I know it doesn't sound all exciting, but great things are achieved by staying totally focused on that one thing that you definitely desire in life. Can I have anybody leave a comment here if they've got one thing that they've been wanting to achieve for ages and haven't taken that kind of step to make it happen? Or is there anybody who's sitting here who's like, yep, I know I've been distracted before, I've been off track. Is there any way that I can help you to stay on track? I look like I have a lamp sticking out of my head, probably because I do. I was going to try and do something really cool with it, but it's not going to work. So feedback to me in the comments, please. Share your love. Share some hearts. That'd be amazing. Tell people about this, that it's happening on #30day PC, which stands for Periscope Challenge. I know you're all there. I can't see any of your feedback right now. But coming back to my point, you need to avoid those bright, shiny objects. And whether you need somebody on your team or somebody in your network or somebody who's a very close friend who's great at having a weekly accountability call with you to say, hey, Natalie, why are you chasing that wonderful, bright, shiny object when you just said last week you're really excited about this idea and that's the one that you were going to stick with? So that's why I built the Freedom Collective, my awesome community of digital nomads, entrepreneurs, freelancers around the world, either working from home or working from anywhere, because I know how thoroughly important it is to have an awesome community there to support you, to reach out to and ask questions when you're feeling like you're the only crazy in the whole room, or to just get a quick answer to a question that's holding you up potentially from doing something amazing. So if you want to learn more about that, I will let you know. You can go to suitcaseentrepreneur.com/TFC, which stands for The Freedom Collective. Thank you for your hearts. that is pretty much my wonderful topic for today. I hope you found it useful. I hope you've also identified that if you are somebody who gets distracted by bright, shiny new objects, big, flashy ideas, and are not finishing off any of those projects, you probably need to look back at your main vision for what you're wanting to achieve and do, and you probably need to get an accountability partner or somebody to kick your beautiful behind when you need it to stay focused and on track. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a short Day 7 Daily Periscope Challenge with Natalie Sisson. If you'd like to learn more or see all the rest from this week, go to youtube.com/Natalie Sisson. Thank you guys. Lots of hearts, lots of love. And I'll see you tomorrow a little bit earlier because I appreciate this was later. Always trying to be around 6 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.